Live.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Open Up Forum where we talk about anything and everything and give you guys a perspective on it. This month, the day is February, what is it? 14th. Valentine's Day. Yeah, it is.
Coca-Cola.
Nah,
Yes, you do.
nah, don't. Valentine's Day is in effect for all couples, ones who in love, the ones who gonna be in love, and all that lovey stuff. I don't mind it.
Although Valentine's Day didn't come from love, but
Well, that's what it turned into.
yeah.
Yeah,
guys are terrible.
that's what it turned
It's
into.
actually like two guys got murdered on the 14th. It's the same name, Valentine's.
So you
What do you mean,
got
come
history?
on?
You got history on Valentine's?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Bring
it.
with you next week.
All right,
I just said it. What do you mean? Bring
Bring
next
with you
week?
next week.
Yeah, because you ain't.
Two guys named Valentine got martyred on February the 14th,
Mhm.
and it came.
Yeah,
But
wait,
it was a
wait,
different.
wait.
It was a different. What do you call it? It was a different.
Man, we got time for this.
Oh,
Look,
okay.
so it's Valentine's Day.
Wait, hold on. Let me
in
get my
some parts of
intro.
the world.
Let me
go ahead.
finish my
Welcome,
intro.
do it again.
No, I ain't doing
But it was a different celebration.
See, now we
Let
gonna
me
do see
tell you
where we at,
something.
man.
Go ahead.
See where we
All
at.
right,
Bring
but let me
us in.
tell you something. This is it's not only the Valentine's
I'm
Day.
tired
It's
of
Black
this.
History. Black
Bring us
History
in. Bring
Month.
us in.
This is Black History Month also, and I do have one honoree I would like to read to y'all.
Did you introduce everybody?
You know, because everybody know y'all. But he trying to keep from laughing because I'm the jokester right here. But anyway,
If
we
you
got
laugh, you lose.
Rob. We got Rob.
What's the name? What's the
Rob,
name?
the little line.
Wow.
And then we got my other co-host here, Ronald
The
McConaughey.
one and only
Ronald McConaughey.
senior.
The senior. Okay.
Yeah, man. I thought I had.
Don't forget Matt. Don't forget Matt.
And then my
I found
boy.
out I got somebody with the same name, same exact, not my son, same exact name that I have.
So you
That's not
that don't
abnormal.
mean that ain't mean
Well,
you're a
I
senior.
Thank God I got a different middle name. Last name was kind of good. Who would you think would have the same first name and last name as you?
Yo, I graduated with a guy named Robert Blackwell. Me and him graduated.
Blackwell is
the
a
same
common
day.
name though. Very common.
Yeah, but his
Kanye
name was
is
Robert
not-
Blackwell, and we ain't related.
Yeah, that's
The only common thing.
He graduated with me the
Same
same
situ-
year.
Yeah, the thing is, the Ronald McConaughey that I have to have the same name, happen to have the same name,
He's a criminal.
is family.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
From the other side of the branch in the family, on the father's side. So
That don't make you a senior though, do it?
I thought you
I'm
were
a
going to say
senior because
criminal.
I got a son.
Okay.
So thank God I got a different middle name.
Okay.
But if you just take out the middle name, and of course we got our
Different
man
birthday.
brother over there, the engineer.
Yeah, Matt.
Give it up for Matt.
Matt always
what's
here.
up,
I think
Matt? What's up,
I think
Matt?
I-
I call him
Appreciate
producer,
you.
but he's the
Appreciate
engineer.
you.
Engineer.
Matt's the main engineer, man.
I call him producer. You know.
But anyway,
Yeah.
the only thing that got to do with Blackwell is this Black History Month. That's the other thing. So, and I got one honoree. I want to pose out there for all the people. Her name is Bessie Coleman.
Bessie Coleman.
Bessie.
That's the area Nights, right?
Can
Let him
can
get
I
it.
read?
Let him get it.
That's
Can I
the
read
right there for it.
Yeah. Bessie Coleman. She was born January 26, 1892. Wow. She departed from us in April 30th, 1926. It says American civil aviator known as Queen Bess. So she was a queen. First woman of the African American and Native American descent to hold a pilot license and first American to earn an international pilot license.
Mm-hmm.
In 1921, she received the international pilot license in France because no flight school in America would train colored women. Ain't that something?
Mhm.
That's typical.
But,
Around that time.
but that's confusing because those people in Black Wall Street, a lot of them planes that they took to bomb Black Wall Street, they belong to the black people. So they were pilots. So I don't really get that. That's a
Who
little.
pilots? What would
The,
you
the
like?
guys were pilots with the airplanes. They were pilots in Black
Okay,
Wall
what
Street.
year was that?
I'm not exactly sure. I know. Yo, research that, please. When Black Wall Street?
Yeah,
was?
it was.
All right. Go
But
ahead.
her goals were to expose her people to the world of aviation. She desired to speak to audience, children, and inspire them to get involved in the flight industry. In 1926, she fell to her death while practicing for one of her famous stunt shows. Evidence later indicate her plane may have been tampered with. Okay, inducted, and she was also inducted into the National Aviation Hall of Fame in 2006. So we're gonna give it up to Betsy Coleman.
Mr. Coleman.
Shout out.
Yeah,
Shout
earned
out.
her international. Yeah, Betsy Coleman. So I just like, just to expose people, our Black children and whoever is watching, to Betsy Coleman in honor of that. She was in the aviation department and she earned her first, she was the first Black woman to hold an international pilot license, which is astounding. I ain't even know about her, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I just heard through the grapevine.
Yeah, I used to work in the schools, so that was one of the most popular ones when they would do Black History Month. She was one of the most popular.
Martin Luther King Jr.
And the lady that, the astronaut lady.
Right.
May, is it, I think? Yeah,
Astronaut,
there
yeah.
was some of the favorites.
First, I noticed that most of the time, whenever there's a first for African Americans, they usually make the cut.
Mhm.
If we have to have like a Hall of Fame, they'll be first team ballot, first ballot, whatever you want to call it, first ballot Hall of Famers.
Mhm.
In this case, it'll be first ballot African American History Hall of Fame.
Mhm.
So because she's the first Black woman to be noticed for this, she's going to get the cut automatically. Benjamin Banneker designed an entire city.
And
Come on, man, and more. First ballot. So we got another
But
first
there are
ballot.
some white folks that say that he didn't design the whole thing.
Yeah, I understand. We got Thurgood Marshall.
Mhm.
Thurgood or Thurgood Marshall was born July 2nd, 1908 to January 24th, 1993. That's his date of passing. Was an American civil rights lawyer and jurist who served as an associate justice of the Supreme Court of the United States from 1967 until 1991. He was the Supreme Court's first African American justice. Before his judicial service, he was an attorney who fought for civil rights, leading the NAACP, Legal Defense, and Educational Fund. Marshall was a prominent figure in the movement to end racial segregation in American public schools. He won 29 of 32 civil rights cases he argued before the Supreme Court. That's impressive.
It's impressive.
Extremely.
29
to 32. Yeah.
That's grand.
When I saw that, I was like,
that's grand
wow.
state right there early on.
Mhm.
Culminating in the court's landmark 1954 decision in Brown versus the Board of Education, which rejected the separate but equal doctrine and held segregation in public education to be unconstitutional. President Lyndon B. Johnson appointed Marshall to the Supreme Court in 1967. A staunch liberal, he frequently dissented as the court became increasingly conservative. So he was at a time where he saw the battle between conservatives and liberals. He was at a time where conservatives took on the identity of the white American male of the day, right?
Mhm.
So he was representing the non-white American male of the day.
Absolutely.
The conservative view at that time was one that was rooted and grounded in injustice,
Mhm.
because they believed in separate but equal. Now, let's be honest, a lot of African Americans also believed in separate but equal.
Mhm.
Not every African American wanted to integrate with white American people, the Anglo-American communities. We were just fine doing our own thing. The thing that would cause integration, I don't know if y'all agree, but the thing that caused integration to me to be a necessity was the daily interactions between African Americans and Anglican Americans. That required integration, because there's no way you're going to tell me to walk on the other side of the street when I see you coming down the street.
Mhm.
There's no way you're going to tell me I can't look you in your eye when you're talking to me. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's no way you're going to tell me I got to drink from this fountain and you're drinking from that fountain.
Mhm.
And this fountain is in need of dire need of repair.
Yeah.
But yours is pristine.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So the daily interactions between the two cultures, that required that required integration.
Integration.
And plus, check this out. Black people were already working for white people in an integrated manner on a regular basis, driving them to and fro. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, but what you gotta remember is like
It was necessary.
I have heard a lot of black people that are much older than me, because I don't know anything about Jim Crow and segregation and stuff like that, except for what I read and what I hear. You understand what I'm saying? But there are people that say that integration hurt the black people.
I don't believe it's true. But
And I will say it's because the one woman that was speaking about it, she said before integration, she said black people had everything that you could think of. She said stores, movie theaters, churches, drugstores. She said they had everything you could think of, right? She said until integration, killed the black money, killed the black market. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
And
what you're saying.
listen, for her to
Disagree
say
with it, but I
that,
understand.
you can't disagree with it because you weren't there. For her to say that and she was there, you weren't there. You can't disagree with it. For her to say that and she lived it, right, means I have to respect what it is that she's saying. You understand what I'm saying? Now I'm sure there will be other people who took another side, but this man can't because he wasn't there. But I'm just saying, if you look at like Black Wall Street, if you look at the Negro League baseball,
Right.
And you look at the all black hockey team,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, that they had on North America, like a lot of this stuff was disbanded after, integration. Now, I'm not saying that segregation is better. I'm not saying that integration is better. I'm just saying that there are people with different trains of thought
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to that.
I get
That's
that.
basically what I'm saying.
I get that. I get that. But
And I believe that everybody has their right to their opinion, because that may be just an opinion. You understand what I'm trying to say? But it's opinion that quite a few people do share, and the people that are older than me. So
I think there's key things that we have to look at when we talk about segregation, integration, and all that, because how much did people know about the all black hockey team, the Negro League? How was that publicized?
Well,
was it equally publicized?
It's something like this, right? Okay, now the man who writes the story gets to tell his version of the story.
True.
You understand what I'm saying?
9 times out
So
of 10.
listen. There is actually a book called Invisible Men, right? That is in publication right now, and it's all about the Negro League. So you would ask me, is the information out there? Yes, the information is out there. Is everybody reading it? No, everybody's not reading
What
it.
I'm talking about specifically during that time.
Uh-huh.
During
I
the time
wasn't
the Negro
born
League.
there.
I know
Okay.
it
They
was
got
probably
mad.
popular. Hold on.
Yo,
It was probably popular for the Negroes.
Yeah.
It was probably popular for them.
Why you think they came and got that black guy from the Negro League?
Exactly. But see,
Because they knew they
but
couldn't.
that's
compete.
what pushes integration. That's what
Oh,
pushes that.
so-
You wanna hear the crazy thing?
But the thing is, you got
It's crazy.
better talent in the Negro League than you did with the.
Well, listen
But
to
see,
this.
that's
Listen to
what
this.
caused it. That's what pushed
But
integration.
see, the thing is, I don't know if you noticed, but they had an all-star game between the Negro League and internationally.
Okay.
They actually had an all-star game.
Right.
People
That's
don't want to talk
documented.
about that
That's documented.
because you know
It's
who won.
recorded. It's
But
recorded.
see-
But
Do
it's
you know who won?
the Negro League?
Yeah.
But it's recorded.
That's what I'm saying. But at the
That's all
same
I'm saying.
time,
But they disbanded that after.
but see,
the
do you
reality
think that
is-
helped us or hurt us?
I think that
That's what I'm saying.
it was
I think it's a
necessary
two-edged sword.
because
I think it's
at
two-edged
the
sword.
time we were already interacting with our counterparts
Mhm,
every day on a daily basis.
mhm.
Even though we had our own separate communities and they had their own separate communities, here's the issue that also made it necessary. As we began to prosper on levels that maybe some of them in the opposite communities didn't want to see us prosper in, our people began to say, okay, let me go into these neighborhoods because this is where the better schools are. This is where the better housing is at. So we wanted to go into those areas, and we got hit with all kinds of restrictions, right? But those restrictions have a history. Everything, I say this all the time, history has a history, right? So those restrictions has a history. They date all the way back to those ancient slave codes, right? The black codes. So with Black Wall Street, there's a history behind that. It's documented. It's all written. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they had
I
a
don't-
whole lot of towns other than.
I don't
Black Wall
think,
Street.
of course,
That was
I don't
big.
think that's the integration between blacks and white on a financial level destroyed black entrepreneurship. That was part of a process that was planned in the first place, because before we had Black Wall Street, we had black inventors, we had black businessmen and women. You understand?
But listen, I don't know if y'all noticed, but the I want to say the first car that was ever made was made by a black man named Patterson. Right. But the thing is,
You know what happened
but the
with
thing
that,
is, when Ford came out there with his car, he
right?
got all kinds of money and everybody threw stuff his way. And as a matter of fact, the idea of the plant came from Booker T. No, not Booker T. What's my man name with the voice? George Washington Carver. George Washington Carver was the one that was good with flowers and plants and stuff like that. So he invented this thing called a plant, right? So that you could mass distribute cars, right?
Okay.
And when they
Plant
mass
idea.
distribute the
Absolutely.
cars, right?
So
Patterson and them couldn't keep up, but I read
Henry
that
Ford.
their car was actually better than Ford's cars.
And what was able to happen with
And they
Ford
did
and
the
Patterson was
No.
Patterson couldn't secure the funding
Right. That's
that
what I said.
Ford was able to secure.
That's what I just said.
Because Ford was able to open up automobile manufacturing companies, plants where they can mass produce it.
You're just saying everything I just said.
Of course.
Yeah.
Why are you? Oh, you reiterating what I'm saying?
Yeah, reiterating.
Oh, wow. You said it like I didn't just say that. Go ahead, bro.
No, I'm just
That's where you
adding
take
to
it.
it. See? That's how you think it. So with Patterson,
Yeah.
you gotta let go of that. With Patterson,
I like my sensitive side.
he was not credited in history with being the first automobile when he should have been. He should have been. But this is a pattern in history that a lot of people in our generation are definitely aware of, because we had the books to back it up. We had the evidence, we studied, we read. This generation is being subjected to all kinds of ungodliness when it comes to education. Because one of the things that's happening today is they're trying to completely erase the history that we came up knowing. They're trying to eliminate the history that we came up researching and studying. They're making it more difficult to find things, even online. So you really have to dive deep online.
I'm glad you said that, because AI does lie. Now, you seem to think that AI is 100%.
Who
But
said
no,
I said there's levels of
I
AI.
did not say that. I said you seem
to think?
to. I didn't say you do
Right, but you
think.
gotta know what
I
I'm saying.
said you seem to think
Right.
that AI is 100%, but it's not. AI
Well,
lies.
AI lies
AI will lie.
depending upon the generating machine, right? Depending on what they call the AI generator, depends upon the AI generator. Who's creating and programming
Okay,
the algorithms?
stop. Does AI lie?
Yes, depending on the
That's it. We ain't even
algorithm.
gotta say nothing else.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you an example of what I'm talking about.
Well, why
Why
does
don't
it
you
lie?
lie?
That's what. Why does it lie?
Because it's programmed to only say a certain.
That's what he's talking
It's
about.
all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what he's
But I'm
talking about.
saying, we don't
That's all
need, that
I'm
doesn't need to even be
That's all it
said.
is.
All we need to know is AI lies.
So
You know what? You know what?
it's crazy.
The thing is, we want to know why AI lies. So we
It
can get to the
depends
bottom of that.
upon the
So we can get
algorithm program.
the real truth.
You said the algorithm?
Programming. Yeah, it depends upon the program. Let's say example. I was watching this YouTube video just yesterday, and the guy had me cracking up. He had me rolling. What he did was he did an experiment. He took AI from Grok. That's Elon Musk. Grok, I think it's Grok. Elon Musk AI. They took ChatGPT, that's GPT, thank you, ChatGPT. They took that one, which is the most popular, I think.
Yeah, that's the most popular.
They took one from China, and then they took one from Donald Trump's Truth Social platform. They took his AI. Now he asked all four
The same question.
the same exact question. He gave all four
Mm-hmm.
the same exact directives, because you can't change the directives, right? Because you got it, right? Because you want to get the same answer.
Mm-hmm.
He gave all four the same exact information, building the case for and against.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the question: should Donald Trump be awarded a third term, or should Donald Trump be impeached? Those are two questions, two sides of one question, right? Two sides of one question. All four AIs. ChatGPT. I was sitting there listening to the evidence. Here's the results. ChatGPT went through all the evidence. Oh, based on the Constitution, based on the oath of office. This is what you got. Based on these conditions, these criteria right here. Impeachment.
Mm-hmm.
He should not be awarded a third term because that automatically violates the Constitution. It shows a pattern of disrespect for the law.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, woo!
But can the president actually change
And that's
that?
only 1 year.
No, we
Be able
can't.
to run more?
Nope.
Because remember, Bloomberg did it in New York City.
No, but you can't do it without Congress's approval. So
Okay.
everything has to be approved through Congress.
Yeah.
So then you got Grok. Grok went hard.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh yeah, Elon Musk don't really care for that. Because his AI went even further than ChatGPT
Mm-hmm.
with his explanation. It started naming things that Trump did that was unconstitutional.
Mm-hmm.
It said based on this evidence alone, and it gave a date, 2026. It said Trump should be impeached in 2026.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wow.
But I thought he was already
Wow.
impeached.
He was impeached
but he
before.
was impeached twice,
Yeah.
but he was never removed from
Right,
office.
right.
Never
And-
removed.
and-
Never
yeah,
removed.
right.
This time,
Impeached doesn't mean you took him from office.
even though,
Wow.
yeah, but this time impeachment is supposed to open the door for you to be removed.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this time he
Found
broke
guilty.
it. Now
Yeah. To be found guilty.
he was found guilty, but they
If you
kinda
find
like,
guilty of the charges, you're
they
supposed to get
kind
out
of
of it.
like maneuvered around it.
Yeah, but
So then you got the Chinese.
He's a
GPT,
felon. He's a
Chinese
convicted
AI,
felon.
right?
Mm-hmm.
We understand that. The Chinese AI. They gave a softball answer, but even they said he should be impeached.
What's the softball?
The softball answer is, well, considering this, that, and this, but all the information that they laid, say this, that, and this, said he said it's Congress' responsibility to do this. He kind of like took it off of Trump
Mhm.
and put it on Congress because Congress let Trump do this stuff. And technically it's right because Congress is responsible.
Mm-hmm.
But Trump is also ultimately responsible because he violated his oath of office by not going through Congress. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So the Chinese AI said impeachment, not necessarily awarding a third term. That would be unconstitutional. That was the final claim. Then you get to Trump's AI.
This is what I want to get to.
Take a wild guess and tell me what do you think his AI said? He said?
It said he should be the next dictator of America forever.
Exactly.
Exactly? I was only kidding.
His AI said he should be awarded a third term.
Yeah, it's gonna say that.
Is you crazy?
Because like you said, it's about the program.
That's what I saw. I was saying.
Yeah.
When you say it lies, I'm trying to tell you why it lies.
Yeah.
It ain't going to be if the programming is accurate, true, honest, fair, and biased. AI is not going to lie to you,
Mm-hmm.
right? It might make a misstatement, but that's why you got deeper AI, right? You got two different levels of AI. So when you go to some place like Truth Social, don't go to that AI thinking you're going to get the truth
Mm-hmm.
because it's programmed to outright lie to you.
Mhm.
And that's Trump's AI.
You get what I'm saying?
Truth Social.
Now, do we have our own AI for Black America?
Not to my knowledge, do we?
Not to my knowledge.
We need one.
We might have one. I just haven't researched it. I don't know if it exists. I'm going to look for it though.
We
I wanna
need
go
one.
see if we
I
have
hope we do have one.
But
That's something to possibly just investigate.
I
Definitely
will say this.
investigated.
I
You
will
don't want my
say this.
opinion on that.
Our history,
I'm just saying.
our
Okay.
history contains more truth than any other history in this country. Any other ethnicity's history in this country. We
Mhm.
have more truth in that.
Yeah, but But the only thing is, right, with our truth, it sounds so ridiculous that it's hard to believe.
Such as.
Okay,
Yeah,
such
give
as
me an
this.
example.
Everybody always learned that Thomas Edison invented the light bulb,
Okay.
right? But Thomas Edison himself never said that he invented the light bulb. It was a brother who actually put the filament
Right.
in the light bulb to
Yeah,
make the
it work.
light bulb work. So
Right.
we think Thomas Edison made the light bulb, but light bulb, but he didn't, right? And if you go to his museum, that's up there in 27, you know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
Across the street from Menlo Park.
Okay.
If you go there, go to his museum and sit there, and they will tell you that Thomas Edison never said that he invented the light bulb. They said he never said that. He said they said that he invented the light bulb.
Lewis allocated
Howard
it to him.
Lattimore.
Yeah.
Yes, that's him.
An African American inventor and draftsman significantly improved the
Yes.
electric light bulb
Yes.
Mhm.
by inventing a more durable, long-lasting carbon filament.
Yes.
While Edison
And-
developed the initial bulb, Edison didn't develop the initial.
Yeah, but it didn't work.
Latimore's innovation made incandescent lighting practical, affordable, and widespread.
Right. Right. And see, now don't think for a moment, because you hear something about a black invention, and they kind of what's the word I'm looking for? They kind of make it seem like
It
he didn't do exactly what you understand what I'm trying
Yeah, I know what
to
you're
say.
saying.
They kind of diminish it or whatever, if I'm saying the right word. But the fact is that black folks invented a whole lot of stuff
Of course.
here in
Yeah,
America.
a lot
It's
of,
just
there's
it
over
just keeps going.
100 things that we invented that the inventors never got full credit for.
But if you hear it, you think it sounds ridiculous, because we think
Security alarm
that
system.
everybody was a system.
African-American
As a system.
Oh, yeah,
As a
yeah.
system.
Yeah.
Because listen, we think everything was made by them because we think that we were all
That's
slaves
right.
when we came over, but we weren't all slaves.
Nah.
We invented a
That has
whole
nothing to
lot
do
of
with the
stuff.
inventing, though.
No, because most of
some
us
slaves-
think,
listen,
well,
A
how
lot
could
of
they have done that when they were
inventions-
slaves?
a lot of inventions did come from slaves.
It's possible.
Yeah, that's true.
It's possible.
It's
Some
not
of them.
possible, it's a fact.
It's possible. I'm not saying that
It's
it's
a
not.
fact.
I
A lot
don't know
of
that,
inven-
so I'm not gonna say it's a fact.
It's
because I don't
documented,
know.
so you should know.
I don't.
A
I
lot
don't.
of, well, I'm sharing it with you,
Okay.
so now you do. A lot of slaves and made inventions that and this is, I love this. This is why reparations would be so hard to determine.
That's what I'm
I'm trying to tell you, we all agree.
Mhm.
Because when the slaves made an invention, who got the credit for that? The slave owner.
Mhm.
Who got rich off of that? The slave owner. So the slave that made the invention, him and his family got nothing. His descendants got nothing.
Some of them.
So you got Anglo-American, Euro-Americans right now in this country, their entire lineage got rich off one slave's idea.
It's quite
You
possible.
take and multiply that by 100. I'm just throwing that out there as an example.
Right.
Right? You take and multiply, you got like something like what, 60%, 70% of Anglo and Euro Americans living high off the hog right now, while those that were enslaved by their families, their lineage gets nothing.
Mm.
So if you're going to do reparations, shouldn't you include that into the amount as well? How do you work that?
Yeah.
How do you work that?
Reparations is a tough subject to me, though. It's kind of a tough subject.
How do you work that, man? So
We gotta get a mathematician in here.
I mean, you
Yeah,
got
because I'm saying like
Yes,
not
I
all
tell
of
you.
us, not all of us here, in America were once slaves. Some of us were not ever slaves, and they look just like us. So how, you know what I'm saying? So how, you understand what I'm saying? I just think
I hear what you're saying. Now
think
you
they
trying
have
to
to
drive
go
that
back.
point home, but
I'm not trying to drive it home.
when you
That's
look
just my
at the
opinion.
reality of it,
I mean, as a matter of fact, that was just a question.
in Black history, there have law cases that, trials and juries, that where African Americans actually took the courts and sued them, went to court and sued the government.
Mhm.
And they won those cases.
Was it like the Dred Scott thing and everything like that?
Dred Scott lost his case.
Did he lose?
Yeah.
No, because he won his case.
So, yeah, because Dred Scott ordered his
I
argument.
thought he won though.
It was a landmark case.
Okay.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Dred Scott case was he was born in a slave territory, but his master moved to a free territory. And when he moved to a free territory, he automatically was supposed to become free.
Mhm.
Right? That was the law of the land.
Mhm.
But his master kept him enslaved, and so he wanted to go to school. He wanted to go to school, and the judge said that because he was a slave, he could not go to the school. He could not be awarded the right to go to school.
Wow, really?
And that was crazy. And we're gonna look that up. But here's some household daily life, technological, and transportation Black inventors that we may not have heard of, and people don't study.
Mhm.
The modern ironing board, 1892,
Mhm.
Sarah Boone.
Mhm.
The clothes dryer, George T. Sampson,
Mhm.
1892.
1892.
Home security, that's the system we were just talking about, 1966.
Mhm.
Marie Van Britton Brown.
Mhm.
Yep.
The folding chair, 1911. Nathaniel Alexander. Who knew? Self-ringing mop, Thomas W. Stewart, 1893. You know the self-ringing mop. You take
Yeah.
dustpan, 1897.
Mhm.
Lloyd Ray.
Brother, I think he was a custodian.
Ice cream scoop, Alfred L. Orell.
Mm.
No, Alfred L. Quayle. I'm sorry, Quayle. The fountain pen. Oh, that's good.
Mm.
I didn't know that one.
1890. William Purvis.
Mm.
That's new.
Yeah.
I didn't
1890.
know that one.
The pencil sharpener. 1897. John Lee Love.
Mm.
How about that, right? Dry cleaning process. 1821. Thomas L. Jenkins. Yeah, slavery was still going on throughout the land in 1821.
Yeah.
Locking umbrella. That's the right?
Mhm.
Lila D. Newman. Right?
Lighter what?
Lila D. Newman.
What's that?
That's her name.
Oh, that's her name. Okay.
Doorknob. 1878. Osborne Dorsey.
The door now. Everybody use the door now today, don't they?
Everybody uses doorknob. Everybody like to have the umbrellas that lock in place.
Yeah.
Bread kneading and crumb machine, 1894, Joseph Lee. Folding cabinet bed, Sarah E. Good.
Mm.
Hair care products, meaning the hot comb, especially the hot comb.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody know who that is.
Yeah.
Madam C.J. Walker.
Yeah.
We know.
The first female
One of-
millionaire. or something
One
like
of
that,
them,
right?
yes, sir.
Madam.
The refrigerated truck, mobile units,
Mm.
Frederick McKinley Jones, 1940s. The three, everybody knows this.
Frederick, yeah.
Three light traffic signal, Garrett Morgan.
Mhm.
1923, everybody knows that. Automatic elevator doors, Alexander Miles, 1887.
Mhm.
Light bulb filament, carbon, Lewis Lattimore.
Mhm.
We just talked about that. Automatic gear shift, 1900s, Richard Spice.
What?
Mm.
Mhm.
That's the part. Thank you, Richard.
Multiplex
Oh,
telegraph,
Thank you, Richard.
1893, Granville T. Woods. The rotary engine, wow,
Mm.
Andrew J. Beard.
Hmm.
The railway brake,
Oh, yeah, I know.
Mm.
Is
Granville
that
T.
McCoy?
Woods.
Oh, Woods. Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
I thought that was McCoy. No, McCoy
Electric
was-
car switching device,
Mhm.
again, Granville T. Woods. The safety helmet, again, Garrett Morgan.
Mhm.
Super soaker water gun, everybody should know this.
I don't know his name, but I know he's
Lonnie Johnson.
Yeah.
Sal Johnson. Okay.
Wasn't he
So-
like an astronaut or something like that though?
I don't know about that.
He
He
was-
might have
he
been. I
was
gotta look
something.
into that. I don't know about that one.
What is super
The
soaker?
color monitor for
He was
computers, Mark D.
Mm.
Laser cataract surgery device, Dr. Patricia Babb.
Mm.
Wow.
Apparatus for cooling and disinfecting, Lewis Ladder. The train coupler, Andrew J. Beard. Most of Andrew J. Beard's invention that we see from here
Sounded
is
just from the
dealing
train.
with the train.
Train.
It must have been a train something.
Mhm.
Maybe he owned it. Who knows?
Maybe he was obsessed with trains.
There's so many inventions that Black people made that didn't get credit for.
Yeah.
There's so many things that was invented during the times of slavery, where slavery was normal in America,
Mhm.
right? And the slaves never got credit for that. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's a story out there that's telling us that one of the most famous whiskey labels in the country got its original
Recipe.
recipe. Thank you, bro. from a black man.
You talk about Jack Daniels?
I think it is
I
Jack
take
Daniels, right? Got
I
the
heard
original
that.
recipe from a black man, if I'm not mistaken. Do you think his family got any profit from that?
Probably
You ever heard of him?
not.
Probably not.
So I'm just saying that this is what we were forced with, but I thank God we had Black history studies, right? Every Black History Month, and a lot of schools across the country, we had Black history studies. And we had good teachers who challenged us to go outside of the normal amount of people that we were always guaranteed to have to study. You know, Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, you know, these names that was very familiar, and find other African American people of note, regardless of the century, regardless of the decade. And that's what a good teacher does. It challenges the student to look beyond the norm to find those that could be and should be recognized. And so for us coming up, that was a beautiful thing to experience. This generation, I don't know if they're teachers. I'm not saying that there aren't teachers. I'm just saying I don't know if there are teachers that are still doing that, challenging these students. But one thing I do know is in today's time right now, 2026 and 2025, they've been erasing Black history. I mean, for crying out loud, they tried to take Jackie Robinson's history off of the internet.
Mhm.
That is beyond bizarre.
It's crazy.
I'm sick of this.
That's crazy.
I'm sick of this. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, you sick of it.
I'm sick of this. I mean, we got African American generals, commanders, lieutenants who have contributed to military success in America, and you're trying to erase them from existence. You don't want people to know about it. What does that say about American leadership? What does that say about our country? If you're not angry and upset behind that, you should be, especially if you're African American, you should be outraged.
Mhm.
You should be outraged.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man.
Either that or you should just go try to tell your own story, you know?
They tried to
Because
take
they're always going to
Jackie
not make
Robinson's
us look good.
history off of the internet.
Mhm.
Come on, man. Let that sink in for a minute.
That's just pure.
Now, we just talked about the Negro Baseball League
Mhm.
and in opposition to the American Baseball League, right? We just talked about that. They were aware of Negro baseball players.
Mhm.
There were teams that wanted to get Negro baseball players back into the league because prior to a particular administration and a particular law, the law of segregation, prior to that, in the early foundings of baseball itself, there were teams that had both white and Black players in America. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same thing with football. But when segregation took over and they separated, Black people adjusted. I'm not going to say we adjusted better than white people did. I'm not saying that at all. I'm pretty sure both sides felt some sort of way when it happened because camaraderie is camaraderie. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It don't matter if you're white or Black. If you're on the same team and you getting along and y'all doing well and y'all connecting, man, and y'all moving, especially if y'all progressing, y'all prospering in that progress, you're gonna get kind of close to the player.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna feel like more like family than anything.
Yeah, because the brotherhood forms
Yes.
in competition. There's
Yes,
a
sir.
brotherhood because we out here fighting to shoot for this goal together.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a brotherhood formed, and you could tell it. Even today's sports, you could tell there's a brotherhood that's formed during these football games, basketball games.
Mm-hmm.
Because I could tell you, there was an instance last week when who was that? Detroit was playing Charlotte Hornets,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a fight that broke out.
Mhm.
It wasn't publicized too much because
Right.
you know what I'm saying? One guy got off the bench. Can't remember his name, but he was on the bench.
Mhm.
I don't even think he played that day yet, but he came off the bench to fight
Mhm.
because, like I'm saying, it was the wrong thing to do. 'Cause now he didn't got, four people were suspended.
Right.
Or get
On
on
the
there.
head, 4 people were suspended. The wrong thing to do, but that's the brotherhood that we're talking about.
Mhm.
And I think a lot of at the time, a lot of white people was afraid of that. Because it actually happened when Negro League started forming, going into the National Football League, Baseball League.
Mhm.
The brotherhood started forming.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? It started forming. Well, you saw a white man taking up for that guy
Mhm.
on their team.
Mhm.
Like, nah, he coming with us.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Even off the field.
Yeah.
Because that brotherhood is strong.
And that's
It's
what
strong.
happens.
And that's
Well,
what
you
happens.
You make that connection, you build
Exactly.
that bond.
But see, now,
Now, he was wrong for
what you're
coming up.
saying,
Yeah, he was wrong coming up. against it.
what you're saying, right?
But it's competition.
It happened.
That's his family.
Yeah, that's my family.
What you're saying happened in almost every aspect of the black-white, situation. And I say this because they said Frank Sinatra,
Right.
him and Sammy Davis was boys.
Right.
Mhm.
So Frank Sinatra said, if Sammy can't stay here, I'm not staying.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Yeah.
So there has always been
Yeah.
some
Always.
white
Yeah.
people
Thank you.
that do,
Yeah.
step up. And that's why I'm not saying hate all white.
You're
Yeah,
white.
yeah, you
You
can't.
know what I'm saying? I don't say stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
If you a brother, you a brother.
Yeah.
I don't care what color you are.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
but-
You
but-
brother,
but-
your brother.
But I gotta say, guys,
Uh-huh.
my daddy always taught me that y'all was my people, man.
Yeah.
He told me black people my people, man.
Yeah, exactly.
But that don't make me not like somebody else
Right, right.
just because these my folks.
Exactly. You can't hate other people's
No.
skin because they don't look like you and they're not from your skin. I heard the saying, all skin folks
Ain't kinfolk.
ain't kinfolk.
And they ain't.
And my father put it this way:
They
you
ain't.
got family that you should know of,
Mhm.
and you got family that you should.
Stay away from. Avoid.
You got family
I'm
that you
sorry.
should know of. You got family that you should
Should
know.
know. Yeah.
And there's a difference.
That's fairly should avoid.
Yeah, that's basically what he's saying. You got family that you should know of. You got family you should know. Family you should know. You're close to. You hang with. You be because that's your people.
Mhm.
People you should know of. They may carry your name. They may even be in the bloodline, but they
Mhm.
don't get down like you.
Right.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I thank God for my pops.
Just as you
Sharing
stretch
that with
your
me.
arm out, you treat them like from here. Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey, because
Yeah, love
you know
that.
that, love you, brother.
It's-
But I ain't just-
But that's why I'm saying
That's his fashion.
integration was going to happen. It was destined to happen
Mhm.
because we were interacting on a daily basis anyway.
Mhm.
Even going back to slavery, we were interacting on a daily basis.
Yeah.
What do you mean we're interacting on a daily basis?
Everything wasn't I hate you, I hate you, I hate you.
Yeah.
So you think there were slaves that loved the white man?
There
Is that what
was
you said?
they may not have loved them like they would die for them, even though we know that there was a few brothers and sisters that were in that mentality.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, Malcolm explained. I guess you're talking about.
Yeah,
like
so
Malcolm
we
explained.
have a history of protecting our investment.
Mhm.
If that meant that the slave owner became a part of that investment, because you had to be wise during the days of slavery because you had to look out for your people.
Mhm.
You had to do what you had to do to make sure your family was secure.
Mhm.
You had to do what you had to do to make sure the people that you love on your plantation and in your circle remained on your plantation and in your circle. You had to do what you had to do. And so I think that mentality and that attitude still resonates today with us on our jobs, right?
Mhm.
On our jobs. I think it's a little bit different today.
Mhm.
I think it's a little bit different today because we have that freedom that the slaves didn't have.
Mhm.
So we don't have that same allegiance, I would say. On our jobs, if our boss treats us well, we want to make sure that everybody associated with us get treated well. But if we got to put us in comparison to them, even though they are people,
Mhm.
we're going to go with us over them, right?
Sometimes you got black folks
I
that.
don't always agree with that, but it's the way it is.
Sometimes you got black folks that, I don't want to come out and say the Uncle Tom thing, but sometimes you got black folks that's like that, man. You
Yeah,
gotta watch.
but-
They more
I ain't
for
saying everybody, but I'm saying
Yeah,
some
but
of you
Uncle
gotta
Tom
watch.
is okay. When
Some
people
of you
say
gotta watch because they don't be trying to make it like it's a secret.
when people
They be
say
straight up the boss's.
when they say Uncle Tom,
That's
that's
just-
that's a
What
misidentification.
was that? What was the movie with Samuel L. Jackson, Jamie Foxx?
Django,
Yeah, Django.
Oh yeah, like that, yeah.
I'm talking about
And-
Samuel
and-
Jackson.
and-
And he played that part.
Perfect.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, he played that part so good that people don't like him right now. And it was only a movie.
People didn't like him before that.
But I don't agree with that. I love
Yeah,
Samuel
yeah,
Jackson.
I still love
I
Sam.
love him.
I still love
But I know for a fact there were people who
You
didn't like
heard
him
people
before
say that
that.
they didn't like
You
Samuel
know why
Jackson.
they didn't like him?
No, why?
He's a great actor, but you know what the number one complaint they got about Samuel Jackson?
Because he plays the same character all the time.
No. Take a wild guess. Take another guess.
I probably won't ever get there.
He was a
That's
cuss.
just one of them, but the main thing, he always yelling.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I seen
But
somebody
it's a cuss word
make
when
a
he-
joke.
when he
This cartoonist, he put a funny cartoon with Samuel Jackson, and when you put Samuel Jackson in the cartoon, the first thing that stood out to me, that jumped out at me, was that out of all the characters in that cartoon, the only one that was yelling was Samuel L. Jackson. I was on the floor because that's what he
But that's
became
his
known.
thing.
He's a
you know?
great actor,
Yeah, he's a great actor.
Sometimes it's people that stick things, you know.
but
The
he-
one guy, he says the S word, SHIT,
Uh-huh.
but he drags it on. That was his thing. Every
That was
movie
his
I
thing.
ever
That
seen him
was
in, he was
right,
like,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, who was that?
I don't know
Samuel
the
Jackson.
I don't know
I
his
forgot
name,
his name.
That's
Yeah,
all-
the
that's
black
all-
guy.
Every movie he was in, that's all he said.
I didn't even realize how much he yelled until somebody pointed that out to me. Yeah, it is. See, somebody pointed that out to me. Yeah, but I want to say this.
I'm
real quick.
tired of all these snakes on this plane.
Yeah.
That's when I think that was
And
talking.
Memphis.
We was talking about Jack Daniels, and the man's name, the brother's name is Nathan Nearest Green.
Mhm.
He was an enslaved black man in 19th century Tennessee. He was the first master distiller for Jack Daniel and taught him the charcoal filtering technique crucial to Tennessee whiskey.
Okay.
Known as Uncle Nearest,
Wow.
he was
That's
hired
crazy.
out to Dan Call, where he mentored a young Jack Daniel. So he taught Jack Daniel, right? So the company acknowledges this is the good thing. This is the good part. The company acknowledged his role in 2016.
Beautiful.
So Green is considered the godfather of the Tennessee whiskey making process.
Nice.
He
Man, you know how many Godfathers we
Yeah,
have though?
yeah.
With we made this and that, first.
Yeah.
Somebody even said AI was a black man was the
I wouldn't be
Godfather.
surprised.
Well, one guy said AI is the
Yeah.
black man of AI. I mean, A-Man is the godfather of AI.
So he perfected the
And we
Lincoln
know-
County process of
Mike-
sugar maple
what's-
cold charcoal filtration used by Jack Daniels. So Jack Daniels used a sugar maple in the charcoal filters.
Why, you don't want to
filtration.
drink it anymore? Because
I don't drink at all. But relationship with Jack Daniel, contrary to rumor.
you're going to have a little something tonight? It's
No.
Valentine's.
Yeah.
It's fine, man.
Sparkling water.
I'll play the devil's
With lemon
advocate.
flavor.
I don't drink
A
either.
little bit of twisted lemon.
Yeah, contrary to rumor, Nearest Green was a mentor to Jack Daniel, not just to work. Think about that name, though. His name Nearest, that was his nickname, Nearest Green.
Nearest green.
That was his nickname?
Nearest, yeah.
What was his real name?
Neighbor.
Where did Nearest come
I don't know. But that's hot, though. Think about it.
Yeah, third. What?
from? He sounds like a pimp.
Thurgood was his nickname. Thurgood
Thurgood.
was his
His
nickname.
name is Thoroughgood.
Yeah, it's Thurgood. Hey, we
I
always
think
short.
nickname?
We always short nicknames. Yeah, that's black people do. We shorten that. Oh, Thurgood. Oh no, we got shorten that. Thurgood. Yes.
Yeah, so he
The other one, Nearest, that kind of sounds like a pimp name. though.
he
Yeah,
was
but
he was a
David-
mentor
yeah,
to Jack
Can't you see a cool
Daniel.
cat?
He was not just a worker. After emancipation, Green continued to work with Daniel, and his sons also worked at the distillery. So it was a family affair. Amen. Family business.
Mm.
Do a lot of African Americans, do black people today in America still engage in family business, or is it dying out?
That's a hard question, especially if you don't have the stats, in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
But I really can't say because you guys know my dad was, he had his own construction company. I'm sure he wanted to hand it down to the sons, but I just couldn't never do it.
Yeah.
I just wasn't good at it. I wish I could have ran it. You know what I'm saying?
If you really want it.
I probably could, yeah, but you know what I think happened to me though? I used to have to do it when I was like a little kid.
Yeah.
And those 5
You had
gallon,
to help your father.
those 5 gallon buckets was like 62 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to have to carry them by myself. You know what I'm saying? I guess I kind of, got it.
Yeah, but he was instilling something
This-
in you, man.
No, I do have the work ethic still in me. Yes, but not for his.
Not for what you was doing when you was.
Not for that, but he did help me to have a very, very good work ethic. I will say that.
Amen.
Yeah, I will say that.
Hats off to Pops, man. Hats off to Pops.
Yeah.
So it goes on to say the legacy recognition in 2016, Arthur Fawn Weaver established Uncle Near's premium whiskey.
Mm.
So he got his own brand
Mhm.
to honor Green. We was wondering about that,
Mhm.
which has become a highly successful independent spirits brand. Uncle Nearest, the nickname Uncle Nearest was used locally in Lynchburg, Tennessee for generations before being officially recognized by the Jack Daniels Company. The family connection. Several of Green's descendants continue to work at the Jack Daniels Distillery
That's correct.
for generations. And that's one of the things that happened after emancipation. The black people who were enslaved that became free continued to work on the land.
Mhm.
And that opened the door for the Jim Crow period. Here's something a lot of people don't talk about, but I found it absolutely fascinating. After emancipation, they had to find a way to bring African Americans into the system. So one of the things that they did was they gave everybody that was black credit. Imagine that.
Mhm.
That's not good.
They gave them credit.
Mhm.
It was perfect when it started. It could work again.
What, there was no interest? Are you saying credit with no interest?
It was,
Because if you gave them credit with interest.
There was no interest.
No interest for credit?
No, there was no interest.
I gotta look out now. I'm not disagreeing with you, I'm just saying.
It's not about that.
Okay.
I'm encouraging you to.
Okay.
So when you look at it, this is why I say what I say about reparations. This is my point of it. The money is fine, but the money is a major haggle issue. I think y'all agree with that.
Mhm.
What would be a substantial number? What would be an amount that would satisfy most black people? What can we all agree on would be a number? So for me, outside of the money, I think it's necessity. You have to. You really talking about being serious about reparations? Eliminate that credit.
Mhm.
Give every one of us pristine credit. Come on, man.
In and of itself, with the money or
With the money.
give us
I'm-
money and free credit
And credit.
and credit's gone? But you know what I'll say?
What?
You know how much that would do for the United States economy? Because most of us would just.
Brother, come on.
Yeah, let's start spending.
Come on. Dave
Most
Chappelle,
of us.
Dave Chappelle said it.
Right back into the yo.
Exactly.
That's a great
Immediately.
idea.
Immediately.
Look, I don't know why they never use that. Do you know what that would do for our economy?
That's all I'm saying.
My
That's
goodness.
my point. That's all I'm saying. It was successful in the beginning until they started cheating the people.
Mhm.
All right, well, they started saying, okay, well, you can't do this now because you didn't do this. And they started, well, this went up. And you can't do it now because you can't afford. Oh, well, this is going to cost you more. That's where the Jim Crow laws came in and all that stuff started building off on that, started ripping black people off. So as long as you eliminate that injustice and don't bring it back, you want to start us off, clean every slave. Pristine credit. Like you said, now I think everybody agree with that. Because that's one of the first things we're going to do is immediately go out and start buying.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle said it best. I think I think it was Dave Chappelle. He said, if you give everybody black reparations, Cadillac is going to be the richest company.
Yeah.
Cadillac was the richest company in the world because of black people at one time too. I don't know if you heard about that.
No, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, they bought Cadillac. Black people bought Cadillac back. They were dying out.
I
In
wouldn't be surprised.
what do we call it?
I think I heard that.
What do you call that? In the
What was that?
what they call it when they had no money?
The recession?
No, what's it called? Depression.
Depression.
And during the
Oh, Great
depression,
1920s?
yeah, I think it was 30 then.
That's
But
1929.
anyway, was it 29? Okay, 29. was what?
1929
Okay.
into 1931. That's the
Right.
Great Depression.
So they said
Black
black
people
folk.
brought Cadillac back in the
They
depression.
said black
After the
folk
depression.
kept Cadillac going
In the
during
depression.
the depression.
I
During
find
the
that hard to
depression.
believe. I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
research that.
And guess what?
I'm not fine.
You might believe me when I say
I
this.
have to research.
A white guy told the story.
I still gotta research.
You might believe me
That's
if
not
I
changing
say
my
that.
mind. That ain't changing my mind.
Yeah, but for real, a white guy told that
No,
story.
man, I'm sick of this.
Yeah, a white guy
But
told
for
that
real.
story.
I immediately received what you said. because that's a fact.
Mhm.
If you give us, when we get our paychecks, we talked about this some couple of sessions ago, quite a few sessions ago. One of the first things we do when we get paid is we go buy something.
Mhm.
It's an impulse. And it's not an African American or Anglo American or Euro American, it's an American. Period. I don't care if you're Chinese, I don't care if you're from Mexico, I don't care if you're from Ecuador. If you're in America, when you get your money, the first thing you're going to do, you might put some aside. You might set out for your tithes and your offerings. You might do all of that. But when it comes to you and that money yourself, doing for yourself with that money, the first thing you're going to do is buy something.
First thing.
I don't care if it's a Coca-Cola.
Maybe it's a pair of kicks.
Meanwhile, you owe me quite a few Coca-Cola. You owe me a couple too. And
You want you owe me?
one of the things that we doing now, and you say
Cancel that out.
that's actually an investment. That's actually an investment now.
What's that?
Sneakers.
Oh, yeah, depending on which one. you buy.
Sneakers
Yeah,
is an
yeah,
investment now.
yeah. Depending on which one
You know who made sneakers popular?
Who that?
We did.
Yeah.
We
I
did.
thought you were gonna say we invented sneakers, which I wouldn't be surprised.
Made
if
it
it
popular.
is. I think black guys
We
invented
made
something like that.
Adidas to
The
Air
price of
Jordan.
sneakers went up because of the popularity that we gave it.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
You get what I'm saying?
Huh?
Yeah.
I heard
Run DMC, what they wear?
Adidas, bro.
My,
These are sneakers.
you made
Now,
Adidas
well, they
popular.
made
It was a
Adidas
big-
popular because of the rap culture
Oh,
of that
yeah.
day.
Yeah,
Pumas was out that
yeah,
time.
Puma
right?
was still out. Yeah.
They had the
Puma,
shell toe Adidas, right?
Yeah.
And Nikes came out,
Nikes.
but before Nikes
Nike
came out,
Cortez. Remember Nike
We-
Cortez?
we had Converses before Nikes
No
came
doubt.
out.
Yeah, Converse's was there.
You know what I feel sorry
And,
for?
and we had,
We only got like 4 minutes, but
what's it called? Procast?
I'm about to say that. I feel
Procast.
sorry for Procast.
I got a pair of Procast still.
I still feel
Still?
sorry for
And
them.
they still look new, yeah.
Out of here.
Whatever happened to Procast, they fell off. They
They
fell
probably
off.
still, somebody
They
probably
fell
bought them.
hard.
They probably, that's probably because they do sports shoes or something.
Somebody
That's
probably
right.
bought them
them
out.
out,
and
yeah.
Still selling.
I
Remember those
remember
little cans look like
Procast,
pumpkin
man.
seeds?
They were popular for a minute.
Yeah, they was more than y'all generation.
The red and the blue stripe
Mhm.
on the white shoes. See,
Or whatever color.
they
Yeah.
was just real small red. blue
I'm
stripes on the
Adidas
side.
generation, Adidas, and Nike.
Get out of here. Somebody here. How old are you again?
54, man.
Oh, yeah, you are younger. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, I believe you.
Who is?
yeah.
But anyway, you only got 3 minutes. But then look, I just tell you this, man.
He just called us
We-
old heads.
Yeah, he did. And laugh.
6 years
And he's
younger
still-
than we are.
Amen. Amen to that.
You act like you're 100 years.
Somebody try. I didn't sound like it. I sound like it because I'm, a lot of old people raised me. You know what I'm saying?
I was raised by old time.
Yeah. You know what I'm
Oh, yeah.
saying? So that slang come out. That slang.
But yeah, man, it's a lot of stuff that we contributed to American society. And we don't have, if you've been paying attention to Black history on television, you're not seeing a lot of it
No.
But we are the culture,
today.
to me, in America.
We carry,
Like, we are like the culture.
I want
But
everybody.
they want to say that we don't have a culture.
Pick up the band. I want
Yeah.
everybody to pick up.
We
the
have a
band.
culture.
If you
Everything we do here is the culture.
you need to pick up.
Because
It
I
goes-
think,
it goes-
and
it goes
I
right
think
worldwide.
Speaking on the culture, man, we gotta do a whole segment.
yeah, because what I want to get into is that I think we paved the way for a lot of even immigrants that's coming in.
Bro,
Sure.
We the
We-
OGs.
because-
How many times I gotta say it?
Exactly, because we
Come on,
went
man.
through.
Man, how many times?
We done went through as our culture. We done went through everything imaginable that the people could do to us,
See, he went to my school.
And we're still strong.
and we
That brother
still
sat in my
strong.
lap.
We here still strong.
I taught
And
him.
we still represent.
And y'all
I told
represent
him.
it. And then we have to take up for the guys who's behind us.
We do.
What they
We
want
do.
us to do. Do we have to?
Yeah.
You have to-
Because
We're
we
the
look-
parents.
Yeah,
We're the parents.
they gonna look to us anyway. They gonna look to us anyway.
Why do you
Well,
think
what
so
were
many
they
of
when we
them
were
are
marching and
upset with
fighting
us?
and
I'm telling
dying? You know, what were they?
When- if
trying
they
to
look
show
in
them.
history, they gonna say, "Oh, he went through that. Let me go talk to one of them."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got to.
I'm concerned about this generation here though, because I think we need more young people. I'm gonna bring up this young
Some of
sister
these young folks
next
are really
week.
smart, though.
There's
I'm gonna bring up
some
one of
folks
them next
are
week because
Not all of
she's
them.
into poetry.
Mhm.
A lot of our young people that are doing poetry are phenomenal. and you talk about incorporating Black history and bringing out aspects of American existence as a Black man and woman in America through their poetry. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. I love it.
Hey, really quickly, really quickly. Did anybody see the celebration that they had for Martin Luther King?
When,
It was like in a church. No, well, it was in a church, and they had this young lady to speak.
Mhm.
I wish I could remember her name because she's the future.
Mm.
She's going to be. I hope God, please keep her on the right track because she is going to be. The
I
future.
think
Yeah, she was that. You know, I mean, the way she put her message across and the
Yeah.
things she was saying, I was like, yo, that's
Good
the
speaker.
future.
next week,
Yeah.
I might be the same person. I'm gonna bring her up, but I think it might be the same person.
Yeah?
I'm gonna check with you after the week. So we can
Okay,
see who it
okay,
is.
okay.
All right, so I think that's our show for today.
Yes.
I just encourage people to look into Black history and know the importance of people who, made this country into what it is today. And it's a lot of us.
A lot.
A lot of people that look like us.
A whole lot of us.
Yeah, that made this country what it is today. And you got an administration right now that's trying to
Undo that.
undo it and say we did. But at the same time, look, this is Sean Wilson, Rob
Little
Lyon, Ronald McConaughey, and Matt. Just open up forum. We out. Peace.
Peace.